Given we're only a small group, we'll just keep it really informal because obviously we all know each other now, so we're all friends. I was just going to say, yeah, obviously thinking back to when we all started uni, it's a little bit daunting. I know some of you studied before, but some of you. So, what's your number one question before we get into the formal stuff? And there may be people online as well, but I'm not 100% sure about that. And I'll introduce everyone in a sec, but what's your number one question you want to know about studying Flinders from the start? So, you've got one? Or your burning question that you want to...
I guess just how to get around, but I'm learning that with the map.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, good. Well, if you think of something along the way, let us know because we're here to help. And I think one of the challenges is with new students, it's everything new and trying to find your way around and not quite sure what you should be doing or what study plan should look like or whatever. We've got lots of resources to sort of help you with that. So I need to play this video first, so bear with me.
So my name is Michael Gilding and I'm the Vice President and Executive Dean of the College of Business, Government and Law at Flinders University. The college includes all the business disciplines. It includes international relations and politics. It includes all the law degrees and it includes criminology. So if you're studying one of those degrees, you're part of the College of Business, Government and Law. The college is partly about education, but it's about more than that too. So we have some we have our teaching parts of the college, but we also have some research centres, and our teachers and our researchers often work together on large projects, and we engage a lot with industry as well. So it's a big operation at the time. So look, welcome to Flinders. It's wonderful that you've chosen to come here. Some of you will be domestic students from South Australia, some of you will be from other parts of Australia, some of you will be from international students from all over the world. Some of you will be doing undergraduate, some of you will be doing postgraduate, some of you will be coming straight from school, and some of you will be doing it as mature age students. So there's a whole lot of different places that you're coming from, but the bottom line is that you're all here to start the study in the College of Business, Government and Law. And of course, the other bottom line is that this is a new phase of your life for all of you. So starting a new qualification, starting a new degree, starting a new career, these are really big decisions. And so this is an important moment, and it's an important point in your lives as you progress, and this is the start of something new, something big. There's a lot of new things that are going to be involved, and you're going to need to acquaint yourself with the university, and of course it's a complicated time to be acquainting yourself with the university because the last couple of years with COVID, it's really changed things fast, and of course the way in which we do higher education has already been changing a lot because of new technology and because of online delivery. But COVID has really accelerated all of that and presented all sorts of new challenges for us as educators and as researchers. And so we've had to rethink many of the ways in which we do things and many of the ways in which we work with students. And that's been difficult. It's been really tough. This has been a distressing time. It's been a difficult time. But I don't think we're ever going to go back to the old normal, like the way things have changed. Some of those changes will be embedded in the future. And so it does mean that the way in which you learn to be a student and the way in which you prepare yourself for your new career will be different from the way in which it's happened in earlier times. And that presents particular challenges. So look, just a couple of tips. First of all, whatever you do, take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way as you're coming on board. Like this is a kind of moment of re-socialisation, of preparing yourself for a new discipline, preparing yourself for a new career. And there are a lot of opportunities at the moment, so take advantage of every one of those opportunities. Make sure that you don't get behind. Start off strongly, and then you can kind of make sure that you build really strong foundations. I mean, it's sort of obvious, but it's easy to get distracted, and it's also easy to get a little bit scared when you're starting something new. So make sure you start strongly. And no less important, when you come into a new environment, it's kind of the moment that you're most open. It's the moment you're most open to new ways of thinking. It's the moment you're most open towards making new friends. And when you start a new place, really, I can't stress strongly enough, meet as many people as you are able to. By meeting as many people as you're able to, you'll extend your networks, and so much learning occurs through peer learning. So much learning occurs through talking with other people, sharing ideas with other people, and that's how a lot of learning actually occurs. So meet lots of people, extend your social networks, make them as wide as possible, and that will stand you in really good stead as you go forward. So look, welcome to Flinders. All the very best. I look forward to being in touch with you throughout your degree, and enjoy this time of this. When you start, it's always a little bit disorienting, but it's also really exciting. So make sure you concentrate on the exciting bit. All the best.
Welcome to Flinders University. My name's Janine Clark, and I'm an enrolment course advisor. This is my colleague, this is Samantha Di Francesco, and she's an enrolment course advisor in the College of Business, Government and Law. Just a few points for your enrolment. If you need any help with general course advice, call Flinders Connect. You can contact them on 1300 354 633, or you can lodge an Ask Flinders request and they'll be happy to help you. 1 or 2 topics is classed as part-time. 3 or 4 topics is classed as full-time, which is a full-time study load. If you have a combined degree, please make sure that you find the combined degree course rules, because they are different to the standalone course rules. We don't want you taking topics that are not included in your combined degree. There are also study planners on the web pages that you can search for that will give you an overview of all your degree. Again, if you need any help or support, please contact Flinders Connect. To contact me or Samantha, please lodge an Ask Flinders request, and we'll be happy to help you with more general and more course advice.
A lot of our degrees have both option topics and elective topics that you can take throughout your degree. If you are unsure about which elective topics you might want to take, we do have an elective advice webpage which do put different areas of study together, which might help you enhance skills across your degree. These can be different study areas such as innovation, communication skills, or any industry experience. We do also have option topics which are more specific to the degree that you are studying. For example, if you're studying a business degree, you will do business option topics, and that will help you study an area of business that is not specific to your specialisation or your major area. Throughout your business degree, you will also be given an opportunity to potentially undertake an industry placement. This will also be within the law and legal practice, national relations and political sciences degree. For further information, you might wish to speak to your course coordinator about those specific industry experiences. To find your course rule, you can go onto the university's handbook. On here, you can find all of the topics that are offered in each semester. It is probably best to also look at your study plan, because that will help you break down which topics you should be enrolling into and when these should be enrolled.
For your enrolment, first year topics, the code, it starts with a 1. Second year topics start with a 2, third year topics start with a 3, and fourth year topics start with a 4. Sometimes students get confused, and when they're in their first year, they enrol into second or third year topics. We recommend that you enrol into first year topics that starts with a 1.
It is important to remember when you're enrolling that you enrol into 4 topics for each semester and no more than this in your first year. This is whether you're in a standalone degree or a combined degree. If you are enrolled in more than 4 topics, you may wish to contact Flinders Connect to see what the problem is with your enrolment. If you've received your offer and you've not yet accepted or been admitted into your course, the best way to start is probably by contacting Flinders Connect, because they can help you activate your Flinders system and help you to confirm and update your details and then enrol in your relevant topics. There are critical enrolment dates throughout your studies. The first one to look for is the last day to enrol. This is generally the second Friday of semester 1, so week 2. You can change your enrolment and your timetable up until this date. The next date that you may wish to look for is the census date. So if you remain enrolled past this date, this will go as part of your record. However, if you get up to this date and you decide to withdraw before or on the date, that won't be part of your record of study. Just to keep in mind, if you are enrolled past the census date, this is when you end up paying for the topic, and that will go to your help debt, or you may pay it up front if you are not a Commonwealth supported student. Along with paying for the topics, you also pay a student services and amenities fees, which goes to everything non-academic on campus. So that goes to things such as the library, the upkeep of the campus, and all of the amenities that you find and are able to use on campus. Please keep in mind that these are also the clubs, the health and counselling, and all other things you might be able to access online. So if you are an online student, you also are required to pay these fees. These, again, are different to your tuition fees, so you do need to submit a separate help form. So this might be something you may wish to contact Flinders Connect about if you are unsure how to submit this.
So for all you students, we have many services that are available to you. Please reach out and any member of staff will be happy to direct you to the right services that are available.
All of the help services on campus are free of charge to students, and this ranges from free health, counselling and disability support services, as well as our student learning support services, which is helping with academic support. These can be accessed through, again, Flinders Connect. They can point you in the right direction, but if you want more specific advice, you can reach out to the health and counselling and disability services directly, or again, the student learning support services.
So please reach out. You can reach out at any time of the semester. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be the start or near the end. Please reach out for support. If you're overwhelmed, lodge an Ask Flinders request. We'll be very happy to help you.
Yeah. So do we have online students as well?
Yes.
Is there a question?
Yes, the question from Emily is for regional students, how do exams work? Emily.
Sorry, just answering a question online. Not all topics have exams. Just to note as well, this session is being recorded, so not that we anticipate any issues. I'll just address that question for Emily. If you are a regional student, if your topic does have an exam and you're an online student, that will be facilitated online. If you are doing accounting or finance, Emily, you can email me later if you want more information. If you're a business student, not all the topics have exams. So hopefully that answers your question. Thank you. And I'll be interested, Emily, whether you can hear us okay. I hope you can. There's mics in the roof and that sort of stuff. Sorry, what's your name?
Demi.
Demi?
Yeah.
And Toby. And what are you studying, Demi?
Bachelor of Business Management.
Oh, man. I'm looking for accounting and finance students. Same? So you're all business students, so that's good in a way that you're all in the same group. So we do acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands and the waters on which Flinders University is located, the Kaurna people, and we acknowledge their elders past, present and emerging. So that is an important thing to acknowledge as well. So I'm glad that we've got more students, so we're not outnumbering you, but I'm Phil Palmer. I look after the accounting and finance degrees, so I teach financial accounting. Quinn joined us this year,
Yeah,
January, and teaches finance. You want to tell us a bit about yourself and your background?
So I moved here from Wollongong, so Adelaide is a brand new place for me, and Flinders is brand new as well. So I think I understand the feeling of the new students. Just arrived here, everything is very overwhelming, and luckily I'm here. So I'm teaching some undergraduate finance topics, including international finance, derivatives and risk management, financial statement analysis, and financial markets. I also teach some postgraduate subject as well. So anything else you want me to share?
That's good, thank you. And Rajesh?
Yeah, my name is Rajesh. I joined Flinders in 2019. I was teaching in UDSA, and then from there I moved here. So last 3 years has been a great experience. As Tim would know that we have a lot of innovative teaching activities, as you would have heard from our Vice President of the Education team, the executive team, that the whole scenario of education has changed, as you would know, both online, hybrid kind of delivery. I basically teach in the area of human resource management. So you will see topics like I'll be appearing in organizational behavior, leadership, recruitment. Obviously, recruitment is taught by someone else. But my main areas are OB and leadership. And also I teach a second year topic called training and development. So that's basically my area of expertise and teaching. Do you have any other questions? So that's a brief introduction. And I love playing basketball.
Now, Tim, you're not like Alexandra.
I'm not. No.
We do have Sheridan, and Tim is the president of the Student Association. Sheridan, what's your official treasurer?
Social director.
Social director. I think that's far more exciting than El Presidente. Do you guys want to sort of tell us a little bit about what you're doing and all that sort of stuff? There are some slides here. You don't have to use them if you don't want to.
Oh, we can use the slides.
Yeah.
Cool. So my name's Sheridan. I am the social director of BSA, which is the Flinders Business Students Association. I am going into my final semester of my business marketing degree. I've been at Flinders. This is my 5th year here now, so been around for quite a while and know a fair bit about the uni and how it works. So if any of you have any questions or just want to have a chat afterwards, very happy to help.
Hey everyone, I'm Tim. I'm the president of the Business Students Association. I've also been around for 5 years, and I'm also heading into my final semester. I study a double degree of international business and government and public management. Also very keen to get out the door, but given I've been here for a while, if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to ask. Also, I work down at FUSA, the Student Association, so if you have any questions around that, I'm more than happy to ask, and we'll always kind of spread the good word of FUSA. Cool. So a bit about this FBSA. So we're all students, just like you guys studying business. We're also all volunteers. We're really passionate about what we do and helping other students. Kind of like the whole reason that we sign up is to help others, as well as have like a bit of a community and a sense of purpose and place on campus. And we're also obviously very excited that you guys are all here. So there's a range of different things that we do as an association. So the headline thing we do is support and advocate on behalf of students. So we try and work out the different ways that we can really improve the student experience of being a business student here at Flinders. So we run a number of social events, which Sheridan is primarily responsible for. Do we have a slide about social events?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to the details later. So we also run well-being, education, and professional development events. So around helping you really feel supported as a student, but then also help you find a job and be ready for a career after studying. We have an office that we keep open for students throughout the week. It's got snacks and free Red Bull, thanks to a partnership that we have with Red Bull. So if you're ever feeling a bit tired and don't want to pay for coffee, come say hey. We also have a bunch of merchandise that we design and sell for students, and a whole bunch more.
Yeah, so this is just a snapshot of some of the social events that we run. A lot of talk has already been done today about uni these days and online stuff and difference in the student experience, and even just you guys being here and being surrounded by not that many other students. It's a changing environment, and so that's one of the reasons we have joined FBSA, or that we like doing what we do in FBSA, is it sort of encourages a bit more of that community environment on campus, which is something that Flinders is really good at and really known for, and things like our student associations really help that as well. So we have a number of events that we run throughout the year. The biggest one coming up is we're doing a law and business ball at the end of week 8. So keep an eye out for that if you're keen to come along. And yeah, run a number of other things throughout the year to try and break up the study, get people socialising with other students in your discipline, and to have a bit of fun with you as well.
Yeah. Ball tickets are just under $100 and have an open bar. Just to be,
It's good to
get the important info across. I can talk to web events. So the other half of what we do is well-being, education, and professional development, as you said. So throughout the semester, you'll see us out the front of our office, working with the other associations on wellbeing stalls, so giving away free food, having activities to do, that kind of thing. We also run exam revision sessions, so around some of the more difficult first year topics. We get the lecturer in from the topic, as well as like some students who in the past have performed really well, and provide a couple of hours for you guys to get specific advice in the lead up to exams. We have some food and some snacks. It's just a good opportunity to make sure that you're across everything heading into exams. We also have professional development sessions that we run in partnership with the careers team at the university, so around getting those job ready skills and also like skills in helping to find a job and get interviews and that kind of thing. And then we have an end of year professional development dinner. It's going to be a bit different this year, but essentially we're going to have a bunch of graduate employers and canapes and stuff, and so you'll be able to meet potential future employers, build those relationships, and hopefully get a foot in the door. Oh, let's skip straight past it. This is our office. It's right there. It's very nice. And you're welcome to come say hey. We would love it if you come say hey.
Yeah, so this one's especially relevant, I guess, for you guys. We put together a bit of a first year guide, which is quite comprehensive. You don't have to read the whole thing, but skim through and find bits that are of interest or of help to you. You can scan it there to download, or it's just on our website, which is flinders.business.com. And yeah, that has a bunch of resources, I guess, that help you get orientated and get familiar and with what we do and studying business in general. There's lots of study tips and info about how things run and many cool things. So yeah, we spent a bit of time putting that together at the start of the year, and I think it's a really handy resource for you.
Just leave it on this slide for a second.
Actually, that's really good, because some of the questions we get early on are about flow, and does everyone know about flow, the online learning system and whatever? Your Opta dashboard, you hear all these terms that we just think, hey, we know what we're talking about, but sometimes we don't think that you might not know what we're on about, so something like this is really invaluable. So if you haven't got that.
Just as simple as, Uni calls it subjects or as course, units, and here we call it as topics. So that's the kind of.
So obviously, like all of the stuff that we do takes a lot of time and effort on our part. We do it, as Sheridan said, because of that sense of community. I know for me personally, for the first few years of my degree, I was what I would call like a commuter student. I would structure my study plan so that I minimize the amount of time I have on campus, put my tutorials straight next to each other, so I'd be here for a few hours, go home. That felt fine. But then I kind of like started to feel a bit hollow, and I joined the student association, and now I am a weirdo who loves being on campus all the time. It's really great because you really have this sense of community and like real connection to the university, and that makes it a lot easier to stay on top of subjects and stay on track and everything, because you're surrounded by people who are also all doing it, as opposed to like feeling a bit alone and by yourself. So I think that like that's a huge benefit to joining the association. It also feels really good to provide services and opportunities for other people. And frankly, it looks great on the resume. And employers really like seeing you guys stepping up, doing leadership roles, taking leadership activities around the campus. And it gives you stuff to talk about when it comes to job interviews, which is hugely important.
We don't have anything on that, but we should have you can sign up as a member on our website as well. And also next year, if you're still around and interested, there will be opportunities to join the committee and actually work as part of the BSA as well. So please keep an eye out for that, because we need lots of good new people next year, because a lot of us are leaving. So we need more people to join and continue on their BSA legacy.
Just from a general student perspective, it can be pretty daunting being at the start of first year and number of years ahead, and like where does it lead, and I changed degrees twice, and both times it was because like, am I going to get a job? Is this leading anywhere? And pleased to say that it does in fact actually end up in employment, and you can go and do things, and it gets better, if that makes sense. There's a point where you switch from, oh my god, there's so much time left in my degree, where am I going to go, to, oh god, I'm almost out the door.
I got one semester left.
Yeah. It'll be over before you blink.
Excellent.
Great. Thanks very much, guys. We really
Thanks.
appreciate you doing that. And I think from your perspective, it's valuable to hear from some students who are just not long been in your position sitting here. So look, it was supposed to be fairly casual today. It's only a small group, so I think probably the better way to do it is, I was going to show you the flow and everything, but anyone not enrolled in all their topics? Have you got any questions around topic selection, or you're comfortable with, you know what you should be enrolled in, or you've already enrolled in topics? Yeah. Okay. If you have got questions and you want to ask us afterwards, we're happy to do that as well. So I guess topic enrolment is one of the key things. They'll all appear on your flow page. So if you've got questions around flow, etc., we can help you there. It's fairly intuitive. They're the two key things. Then obviously, 5 years ago we would have said you come to a lecture in week 1 and then we have a tute in week 2. But with COVID and all the change in delivery, it's a lot more flexible now. So you really do need to pay attention to what your topic coordinator is telling you, and that will all be through flow. So you need to find out, okay, is the material being presented in short video form, which I need to look at in week 1, and then we'll come and have a tute and discuss that in week 2. So just make sure you're aware of what you should be doing. But the bottom line is, if you need help, yell out. Don't be afraid to send a message to the topic coordinator and say, hey, I'm a little bit unsure, what should I be doing? I mean, we're all very friendly, hopefully. You found that, it's just more of us, really. We're all here to help you. We want you to succeed, have a good experience. We don't want anyone to feel like they're alone or they're not sure what they're doing. So please put your hand up if you need to. Not right now, literally, but figuratively stick your hand up if you want some help. What else should we be talking about? You got any other questions? Anyone want to know where the nearest coffee shop is? Just there. Have you had a wander? Have you been to Flinders before? So this is where did you say you joined the gym, Paddy?
Yeah, part of the gym recently. Yeah.
It's also a free gym. You get fit just walking around the campus. It's a few stairs and all that sort of stuff. So it's a free workout. I guess we are probably more spread out than some of the city campuses, and that's a nice attribute of the university. Yeah, you mentioned a map. Did you say?
Has everyone got Lost on Campus?
Yeah,
You guys heard about that?
Yeah.
Does everyone else know about Lost on Campus?
Yeah,
If you haven't downloaded Lost on Campus, get it.
Which is
Lost
a
on
good
Campus.
sign if you got lost.
It's an app.
Getting here.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I still use it every semester, even though I've been here for 5 years. I still use it every semester to find where my classes are, because the uni's just so big that sometimes you don't know every room, and it has pictures of the doors of the classroom, so that you know when you're there if you're in the right spot, which I really appreciate, because everyone's done that thing when they walk into the wrong classroom and then sit down and then the class starts and then you're like, wait, this is not my class. So it helps you not do that. But generally, I guess if you're studying business, you'll mostly be around this area. So really just have a wander around the classrooms here and you'll sort of know most of the things you need to know.
And starting mid-year as well, obviously, as a couple of people were saying on the video, just want to make sure that you do follow the correct study sequence so that you don't sort of get yourself out of whack and we have to then address some issues later on. It's not insurmountable, but it's just easier if you do it in the sequence that's advised. But what I was going to say is there's only a small group here, but when you come to your classes, obviously you'll be among 20 or 30 sort of people in a tube group, so it won't be sort of this small all the time. And we do have flexible options as well, so if the worst happens and you're sick and you can't make it, etc., you may be able to join an online tutorial for that week, etc. So again, keeping your eye on the flow site to see what's available is a way to go there.
Is there anyone who has enrolled in 1021 organizational behavior topic? It's a first year topic, so you probably this.
Yeah.
Oh, are you guys all aware of the Flinders Uni Student Association, FUSA? I'll give you a very quick spiel on that if you guys want. Yeah, sure. So FUSA is the student association, so you maybe have all noticed that when you pay your fees, you have to pay something called the student service an amenities fee, which is like an extra few $100s on top that you didn't expect. So a huge portion of that goes towards FUSA. We support students in a bunch of different ways around campus. So FUSA kind of heads the clubs and student associations program. Also give away a bunch of free stuff. So if you were here on campus at 11:30, maybe you saw the free lunch down in the hub FUSA put on. We'll be doing that Monday, Tuesday next week as well. It's really good food to come by. More seriously though, if you find yourselves in positions of like financial difficulty, FUSA can help out. So we have up to $500 interest-free loans that we can provide to students in moments of financial emergency, as well as access to vouchers to go to food, Woolworths or Coles, and petrol vouchers, and like Metro cards with money. So if you kind of like miss a week of rent or something and need a helping hand, we can provide that. The other side of our advocacy and support is that if you have a grade that you disagree with, or you think one of those guys has done you dirty, FUSA has academic advocates who can help out. They really know the system very well and can advocate on your behalf and also help you kind of work out what you're supposed to do and what you can do to have a positive outcome and can test the grade and that kind of thing. So there's lots of different ways that FUSA helps out. And it's a really good service to know about that I had no idea existed up until I started working for them, basically. So yeah.
Yeah, and there's so many things that you'll come across that we might talk about now. And as soon as you walk out the door, you might forget about them. Like I might mention something about, say, you need to apply for extension for an assignment or something. Like, that's not until week 4 or 5 that's due, and then you go, what did that guy say about applying for an extension? So just be aware that all of these things are available, and they're pretty much easy to find on the Flinders Uni website. So rather than try and cover too much information now, I think the point was just to say hello, to sort of have a look around. Is anyone wandering around afterwards? You going to do a tour of the uni, or did you all park in this area, or you park their way away?
I'm up there.
Yeah, up there. So the next building is education. This is law and commerce, social sciences, south, north, humanities, and then you've got the sort of central library. So you sort of will become semi-familiar with that, but it's always challenging to try and find a room. I've struggled to find rooms sometimes as well. So especially over in engineering, if you have to go over there, well, it's like a black hole over there. Just wandering around corridors, I've been here before. So anyway, there you go. So thank you very much for coming. Yeah, I just wanted to double check. We did have some students online as well, and thank you for joining. There were a couple of questions which I hope we've addressed. Are there anything else you want to ask from online? So thank you also for joining, and hopefully that worked okay. But yeah, the bottom line is we're all here together, so really up here if you want something. We'll probably hang around for a few minutes. Tim and Sheridan are in the office.
Sheridan's going to have the office open for a bit.
Yeah, which is just next to the coffee shop on that side. So if you want to ask them questions or Sheridan questions as well, feel free to do that. Otherwise, thank you very much for coming, and we look forward to seeing you when semester starts.
One tip, sorry, I know you just ended, but one tip of finding your way around is that I'm 99% sure that every building on campus has the same numbering system. So once you learn the numbering system, it gets a lot easier, which is that every room has 3 numbers. The first number is the level, so we're in like 112, which means we're in level 1, and then like the 12th room of level 1, and then they also all consistently go up, heading to the left, and then like down to the right. So once you find one room number, you can kind of work out, just wander around the building. Most of them are just squares. Yeah.
That's a nice tip for me.
Yeah.
They all went the same direction.
I don't know if it's, I'm not 100% sure, but I mean also like you find one and then you go to the right, and if it's a lower number, you know that direction goes lower, and if it's a higher number, you know that direction goes higher. And you can generally work out where you are. We brought some hats. We only brought 3 because there was only 3 people. But if you'd like a Flinders business cap, you're welcome to have one. We also put together some very little goodie bags, but again, only 3, I'm sorry.
But if you guys want to come to the office, we can grab some.
We can grab more. If you'd like a little like Flinders business goodie bag, you're welcome to have one.
So thank you for making the effort to come today.
See you. Thank you.
Welcome.